Okay, this is Mr. Midshipman again, and I wanted to show you my operating hot water coil that I installed that I get free hot water. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to show you. First, it's my HVAC system I installed, which this is called my fresh air exchange right here. See, watch. First, you have to pull the lever here and open the window. See, that's about that much, because you might see the branches blowing. So that's how you adjust your I'm not kidding you, we're talking like a $5,000 air exchange, which is nonsense. Listen, here my computer, it's right here. This is where I do all that office work. So yeah, you can feel like a little breeze coming in. You don't want to exchange too much fresh air in a HVAC system. So when we change air systems, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 82 degrees in here, which is plenty to start getting fresh air exchange from my HVAC. And we're at 14% humidity, which is very, I have no idea what the, what they have found out on their testing, but I'm telling you personally, that's very dangerously low. Anyway, isn't that what that's all about here? Saving money, and that's why you call yourself an engineer? Well, I'm telling you, this fresh air exchange for the HVAC system that I have right now costs like $5,000 extra, and then I have to install it up in the attic and buy all kinds of fans and motors and electric hookup and all. It's nonsense. All it is basically opening the window for a couple minutes a day. Seriously. And anybody that's a real engineer would support what I say is the truth. Okay, let's be at the bathtub right now, which is a Whirlpool bathtub. So that doesn't really use that much electric for running this pump motor. But we're not going to get an accurate reading off of this because you should already know. The teacher should follow this and go, this is why he's correct, because what he says is true. We have to shine down like this because what we're getting is air mixed in, so you're not going to get a real reading off of that. Watch. There, see, it's fluctuating because so we'll take the water off the bath water because the bottom of the tub is warmed actually. We're actually shooting right through. So see, we got 119 degrees. How are the other people showing you that? No. Plus, see, I turned it down. Now it's only taking hot water out of the tank. So you can't actually, let's go down and see now. Oh yeah, first I want to show you it's colder out. They didn't tell you that. The colder it is, the hotter the water's going to be inside, right? So I wanted to show you, yeah, see? It's pretty thick ice there. So, yep, that's what's called ice. Let's see if that's actually the right temperature. It's saying it's 34 degrees, but see what I mean? That's because the sun's probably hitting it right on the top. So you have to calculate all this stuff in a fraction of a second. If you don't, you're going to fall way behind. So when they're looking for that excuse, they're only to blame. So anyway, this is the hot water tank, which is operating. If they throw something away in the garbage, the hot water tank, the reason why they do it is, see this rim around here? They put them under the tanks in case they leak on your rug. That's why they throw them away. That's what that's for, to warn that it's dripping and it needs to be chucked. So that's all wrong right there. Give that a check mark. Okay. Also, you need a short stack water tank. See? Now, this here is the blow relief valve outlet. Right there's the relief valve, and there's another one. Two of them. Also, I have ball valves, which are straight through. Okay. This is where the return. I think it's called thermal convection or something, isn't it? Yeah, the hot water always rises, and then it's replaced with the cold water, which unfortunately comes down to the top, and then it goes through the bottom here, see? So there's cold water in the bottom of the tank. Remember, it's got to be the shortest one you can get, and make sure they're brand new, because they'll have holes in if they're not. And then it goes through here, right? See, I have another ball valve because I shut ball valve off 1 and ball valve 2 in the summer, and then I turn gas on here. See? I still have, which is counterclockwise, I believe I haven't had on a while. Yeah, see? So we could run that too, but we don't. In fact, you'd like to just turn it off, but it's so hard to light, you know. Look how far it's in there. It's nasty. So yeah, also you need black pipe for this. Don't know why. Asked them probably 30, 50 times why you have to have black pipe. But anyway, see there, we're close up now. So yeah, you got to put another drain on now to drain the tank. This is where the drain for the hot water tank comes out. Drain it, and you can drain it and get some nice hot water there for some reason, which also is you need to drain it because the tanks calcify, and you have to drop them probably every month to be safe, or you'll have a premature deterioration of the tank. So you can see that it goes right back here into the furnace. Also, if you try to stick it inside, you'll get this, what you'll see, ash, which is very acidic. Look what it's done here. The clean out plates on the furnace right here on the chimney, that's where that goes in, and we have the gas right above it. See, you can connect the gas exhaust to the same one. Gas is also cheaper, and coal is cheaper than fuel oil or electric. Here's the clean out right below it, because the ash will drop down into the bottom of the chimney. And then over here, again, the ash will drop into the bottom here, and you can see the ash is already filling up, see? And it's already rotted that out from the acid. So don't believe in any of that stuff. That's just a fallacy and a half. Oh, and by the way, I built this furnace because I'm not an engineer, see? See, Chevy orange, buddy. See how I taped everything? Make it nice and tight. Nice and tight. Same thing with this. This gets so acidic that you can't really use this, what is it, 22 gauge galvanized, like I put on the when I built the furnace. You can't really use this. You got to use the black pipe. So sometimes they get so rotted when I take them out, and they're filled. You have to have a meter in your house for the carbon monoxide fumes. Yeah, carbon monoxide meter, which I have right in the bedroom. That's where you'd be sleeping, right? Wouldn't you think so? Mathematically, you'd be sleeping at night, and that's when you die. So I have extra ones. Sometimes you have to change them. In a snowstorm or something, you can't really go to the store. So I got like, I think 3 of them there that to put right on there, and then boom, I'm right back in business again, because sometimes this one here gets messed up. These last to be 2 years, and they're just completely rotted out. If you use the galvanized ones, they only last like not even the rest of the year. So let's go in here into the furnace, and I'll show you what a hot water coil looks like. Also, look at that, ain't that nice? All LED. Okay, let the camera focus. There it is. See? You can see where the ash is collecting onto the top of the coil. And just because it says coil, it doesn't mean coil. It just means that it's coiled over on this end. See? That's all. And you can see with the ash, I am able to get that hot water out of here. Yep. So it's all good, man. And at the bottom here, so what I use, just these regular wash tubs, like $5 a piece at Home Depot. And why is this a HVAC system? Because see, jeez, right over here is the blower. So, well, let's go back to the hot water again. The hot water coil comes through here, see, goes into the bottom there, and then when it heats up, it rises and comes out the top one, goes into here, and it replaces the cold water in the tank, and it's constantly doing that, constantly going around like that. There's no pump, no nothing on it. Works on thermal convection. And yeah, I'm able to fill this tank up, like you'll see when I show you the tub in the beard, once every 12 hours. So you can't waste a lot of water, but you can really run it good. So all my stuff is working. So it's kind of odd that you'd watch somebody that doesn't have stuff working and give credit to somebody where credit's due. Isn't that amazing? That's why I say that stuff. Only in America. Only in America do they do that sort of thing. Yep. So anyway, back to the HVAC system. See, the HVAC system actually, see, that's for my humidity I was showing you. I got to hook that up. This is the cold air return coming in off the floor. See? Comes through a register in the floor. Instead of sucking out the air through the door leaks or something and bringing cold air into the room, you're just constantly recycling the air inside the house. That's HVAC. Instead of bringing air from outside, which all yours are. Goes back here behind the furnace, comes through here, goes through here again into this box that I built, which encloses the fan, which blows into the furnace along the sides. You can see the furnace is like thick. It's like a wall. And then this whole furnace blows up through, and it goes up through what most plumbers call the trunk valve line, see? And that's where this new humidifier that I'm going to put in there, which will build the humidity up to a safer level. And that goes through this trunk line all the way out to see how I tape everything so it's super tight. Glue it too with silicone. And that goes right on out through to the registers on every room. That's why it's called a trunk line. So that's how it works like that. And then also you need this over here. This comes out from underneath my eaves. This here is the power of the fan for the blower for burning the coal, you know. You want to bring your air in from outside because the amount of air that's sucked in through this blower right here, see? If you just leave this off, which you can, it's just hanging on there. But if you take it off, you can feel the cold air from outside within that pipe. So by sucking cold air from outside, you're merely just blowing it on the fan fire right there, see? And it doesn't matter how cold it is because it's part of the combustion process. Now, your teachers need to support me and explain to your students what I'm saying is true, and it really makes sense because they don't seem to understand that I'm the one that knows what I'm talking about and the rest of you don't, yet you're getting all these fanfare, you know? So there you go. That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done. I couldn't explain it any better, I don't think. And that's how I built my furnace. Yep. Did it all myself. So, you know how some people say, we're putting a furnace in, you're not doing nothing. I put this furnace in, boy was it heavy. It's heavy messing around with this stuff. Now I gotta replace this. Yeah, I'm gonna call a plumber and get him to fix it. No. All you need is a cap and pop rivet handle on there. That's all that is. Yep. So you understand, that's why I'm angry like that, and that's why I make these videos. They go, oh my God, that's just complete misinformation. First of all, the fact that you can't even take the pipe off to clean it is right there. Just shows you that it's counterintuitive to actually making hot water. You're basically causing a fire. And you can notice that we don't really have to worry about anything down here because it's all cement. And cement doesn't burn. Cement, steel, tin, none of it burns. So we're completely safe like that too. And by the way, fiberglass doesn't burn either. Notice how I wrapped this. This is the top one because we want to make sure that it all comes back as hot as it's coming out of there. Yep, make sure I left them all on. And there you go. Remember, it comes up here with the hot water. The cold water settles. It's replaced by the cold water down here. The cold water's like vacuumed out of here. Well, there's no pumps. And that's how it's done, my friend. Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know you like this. And see, I moved the tank to the other side of the house right after Hurricane Sandy. Yep. Because anyway, you know that carburetor I stuck on my mini bike? They actually make a propane carburetor. So that, you know what that means? So you understand the point in this movie is you cannot put a hot water coil by wrapping all this copper, which is really expensive today. It's called a semi-precious metal. You can't wrap it around this, what's called a flue pipe. And also, you notice I had a damper here. They're like, I don't know what they cost. I shouldn't even tell you because I get them cheaper. And it didn't work on this application. I actually was getting too much cold air coming back in, and I really had it adjusted, fine-tuned. I know how to do it. So don't argue with me, it just does not work. So, a lot of hot water we're going to get, isn't it? Let's see. Then we'll do this here, because remember, this is an operating system, and I probably figured this out a long time ago. Yeah, 101 degrees is all that is. Now let's go in and see my hot water coil. There it is. Right? I'm at like, yeah, 181. Can you see? You understand what I'm saying? You cannot do that. For one thing, when you wrap all this, you got water. So now when you want to take this pipe off and clean the creosote out, or if you got to replace the pipe, you've got connections or soldering or something to remove it. Right. You can put unions on there and take it off, I imagine. But suppose you got to replace the pipe. I have to replace this pipe almost every year. That's why it's black pipe. That's why I got those fittings right there. Because sometimes if this doesn't line up right away, I got to immediately grab one of them and hook it on here, which is a 90, and stick it on there because it'll get like, starts to get soft and starts to corrode and stuff from the acid. And it doesn't work. Same thing with this one. So you never know. Could be like 2 o'clock in the morning. So there you go. You can't do that. So, you know, you just got to understand it. You admit that you're wrong and I'm right. Simple as that. There's no my opinion and your opinion about it. Look. There's no opinion about it. It's just a mathematical equation. Same as 2 and 2 equals 4. It's not my opinion. It's just the mathematical fact. You understand? You understand now? When you eat half the pie, there's only half left. Do you understand? It's nothing to do with my opinions. It's a fact. This does not generate as much heat, and not only that, it's not economical feasibly to remove it and replace your coil again. It's just some kind of pipe dream from I don't know what. I don't want to be too disrespectful, but I built this furnace, and right over there you can see some of the insulation that I bought to put in it. And you can't use used hot water coils that you get at the dump. You have to use a short stack or keep these things as close together as you can. That one to that one. You want to keep them close because they can't really rise that much. You can't have a rise that goes way up here. You know, the more rise you get, the less it's going to work. It's just not my opinion. It's a mathematical fact. So you teachers need to explain to your students, and you professors need to explain to your teachers, express the fact why he is correct. And we should find some other buddy for our fall guy. There's plenty of other people to use for an idiot besides me. You're going to see it's not doing you no good, is it? You can't go back to Grandpa and ask him how to use a computer. He doesn't know either. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, because this is the way things are done, and I will show you the exact way to do them. Look at that. What's such quality workmanship, isn't it? Look at that. And when I hook this up, you watch. That gauge I got, that humistat's going to go way up, above 14%, and something like maybe a reasonable 30%, which actually it makes the room feel warmer too. And it'll stop all this lizard skin and stuff you get from winter. Yeah. And stop it. Stop being jealous. It shines. It shows, you know? Alright, this is the end of the movie. I wanted to show you. I filled it up to, that's the overflow. Right? I filled it up too full, so by the time you stick yourself in here, it's going to be way too full because I was talking the same time I was running it. So yeah, look how much water we got. We emptied that whole tank. Oh yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? 102? That's what you want. That's another thing. You notice that they don't really tell you that they got any hot water, do they? It's really sad, isn't it? So I want you all to like feel sorry for me for having to live here. Because it's really sad, isn't it? That you don't give credit where credit's due. Oh yeah, see that's my kneecap there. So yeah, this is very therapeutic. And tell your students why. Tell your children and students why it's very therapeutic. And you too, Grandpa. I got the switch right here while I'm laying down, but I can turn that fan on in case we get some moisture. Damn, can't hear it. So I also got the switch right here for the bubble jets. Listen. See? So we know when we got it, like, we don't have such an automatic humidistat or something that's going to do it to keep the windows fogging up. So that's why we had to put the switch right there next to the bathtub. Oh, that's them bubbles. You know, they get in my face and stuff.